Hello, hello. Nice to see you. My name is Teresa Micheletti, and this site is called Take What Rings True. And today I want to talk about venting anger wisely. And you don't have to believe anything I say. That's why it's called Take What Rings True. If it's not true to you, let that idea go. So, many times we have cause to be angry. Maybe a boyfriend or girlfriend deceives you and hurts you, or a child turns on you, or someone hurts you, or maybe someone hurts someone you love, or you're protecting someone because they're being attacked verbally, physically. However, people don't always know how to vent their anger. They will vent their anger, but not always toward the wrongdoer. We get so caught up in anger. Someone cuts you off in the freeway and you are angry. But do you need to be angry? Sometimes the hostility and the false egos flare up over nothing, sometimes raging. A friend of mine was driving in town and somebody flipped her off. So she flipped them off. Well, that person cut off her car, got out. Next thing you know, the angry person is standing outside her door, her car door, yelling at her and motioning for her to open the door. Well, that was a little scary. She didn't flip people off anymore, but his anger was rage. And for what? He flipped her off. She flipped him off. It's even. I don't know what she did, if she just cut in front of him accidentally, whatever it was. Nobody got hurt. Why have that rage come out? There shouldn't be any reason in this world for the raging hostility anger. It's not warranted. So, the whole idea is to stop and reflect. Take a breath when you get angry. What emotions are causing those reactions? Maybe it's your own insecurities, your own fear. Maybe you do the same thing to somebody else, and so you're angry at yourself, so you're angry at them. Now, we all have those days where everything goes bad. You can't find your keys, the car won't start, the kids are being awful. You smash your finger with a hammer, you break a fingernail. You find out your credit card was denied, your check bounces, and of course you're angry. But please don't go ballistic. Where can you vent that anger? If you can take a breath and stop, then maybe you can think of a calmer way to vent your anger. Was this issue endangering someone's life? Was someone hurt? Is a broken fingernail worth yelling at your child about or yelling at your coworker? They're not the wrongdoers. Yet often when we're angry, we take out our anger on the people around us who are not even involved in the bad experiences. So just because somebody comes in your vicinity doesn't mean they should be the recipient of our anger and have no clue why we're angry. We need to take some time to cool down. So the first thing I suggest is take a breath. Then, if you need to, kick a box, punch a pillow, do a primal scream. A primal scream is, if you can, do it out loud, like in your car, underneath the freeway bridge, pull over for a minute and just like scream at the top of your lungs. Or if you are in a closet, you can do it in a closet. You can do it somewhere away from people. Or I do it just inside, like silently. I'm so angry and I just think in my head, I am screaming at the top of my lungs, but no one can hear because I'm in a group of people. So, primal scream, that's very helpful. Other times we get angry and punish other people for our beliefs. and the recipient has no clue why they're receiving the mistreatment. I remember my ex-fiance stopped talking to me for 3 days, and I couldn't figure out what is wrong. What did I do? And then 3 days later, I finally got it out of him what was wrong. He stopped speaking to me because we had gone to a wedding. He was the best man. He was dancing with the bride, so the groom asked me to dance. Well, he wasn't talking to me because I danced with another man. Well, that's a little territorial, which is one of the reasons I'm not with him now. But his belief that I should not dance with anyone else, I didn't know that was his belief. I didn't have a chance to talk about it. He just decided that was the way it should be, and I should be punished for not following his belief. Have you ever watched the television show The Big Bang Theory? And Sheldon gets angry when a new visitor comes and sits in his seat? He considered his spot sacred. Was that earth shattering? Somebody sat in his seat? No. Is it worth getting angry? No. But that's his belief system. But he needs to get a control on his anger. He didn't usually get that angry, but boy, he was really upset because somebody sat in his spot. Of course, there are times to show your anger, but do it to the wrongdoer. Don't be a doormat. There's a time for righteous anger. Someone hurts your child, be angry. Let them know this is totally unacceptable. They can pay for the hospital bills or whatever it is that you need to say about that issue, that event, and make it clear. Be angry. Don't let it pass that they're doing something that is totally unacceptable and can hurt somebody. Righteous anger. Someone threatens your family, you may have righteous anger. But do it toward the wrongdoer. If it's a criminal, well, then maybe just go to the police. But I remember being very angry one day in a very bad mood, and I was teaching school at the time. And I walked into my classroom and I just said, "Okay, everyone, I need to let you know right now, I'm in a bad mood. I have a bad headache, and I'm warning you, don't misbehave because you'll get it. I don't want to yell at you, so everybody just try to be calm and follow the rules." Okay, so I let them know what the situation was. And then maybe I wouldn't have to lash out at anyone for no reason because I was trying to get a handle on what had happened and what I could do about it. Because at the time, I couldn't do anything about it and I didn't know how to handle it. But it was not a good situation. So, to vent your anger on an innocent person who comes near you and has no clue what's going on can be very frightening. And then what are you left with? After a little while, you feel guilty, you feel sorry, then you're in a double bind. What do you do? Well, I have a family member who, when they do that, later on they come and apologize for being angry and taking it out on me. But it's not a pleasant experience. You walk into a room, you're feeling all wonderful, and then somebody just starts lashing out at you. It's like, what did you do? Nothing. Also, if you keep yourself in anger, you're in a low vibration. A low vibration attracts low vibration experiences. You don't want other angry people coming at you. So you need to try to deflate the anger. We can have great reasons to be angry, but having some ways to calm yourself and deflate the anger can make your life much better. Plan before you get angry. So have some time today to just sit and think, okay, if I get really angry, what could I do? I like Primal Scream. That's a good one for me. I like just taking a breath. If you just take a breath, it gives you a heartbeat to think, okay, What can I do? I can't do anything about this situation right now. Or maybe it's righteous anger and I need to just let that wrongdoer know. But just because other people walk in the room when you're angry does not mean you have to lash out at them. So make a plan ahead of time. Is all this emotion necessary for what happened? Calm yourself. Try to deflate the anger to help make your life better. My friend Enid would say, will you remember this experience in a few days? Will you remember it next week? Will you remember it next year? Is all this emotion necessary for what happened? One of my classic thoughts when somebody makes me angry is, okay, nobody got hurt. Nobody died. Take a breath. Let go. Okay. And then I can move on. So that's one of my classic things for any bad experience or when I'm angry is, okay, is anybody dead? Did anybody get hurt? If not, try to just move on. When you're angry, if there's something you need to change, then take a breath, try to deflate your anger, calm yourself, do the primal scream, kick the box, punch the pillow, whatever it is, and then try to assess, okay, is it something I need to change in myself? Is it something I need to have someone else change? Do I need to do righteous anger? Whatever it is, don't hurt yourself by keeping yourself angry for 3 days. Instead, think of what you need to do. If you don't need to do anything, then let go of the anger in some way. Primal scream, punch a box, kick a box, go kick a can like a little kid. Go work out at the gym. Go do a punching bag. Do something to deflate the anger. And then choose what to do. If there's nothing you can do, then let it go. Sometimes you just need to give the anger to source, to God, to the universe. It's like, I can't handle this. This is so wrong. I'm just going to give it to you. Please take it away from me. And I would ask, fill me with light, fill me with joy, fill me with good feelings. You can keep the memory, but don't keep the anger. If you keep the anger, then you're in a low vibration and you bring more low vibration experience to you. You don't want that. You want high vibration, good experiences, feeling good. Go smell the flowers, take a walk. Go watch the silly things on YouTube, children laughing, dogs jumping around when they're puppies, whatever it is. So I would like you today, if you don't mind, take some time to reflect and then think, okay, if I get angry, what can I do to calm myself? Number one, take a breath. And how could I proceed from there? If I know that I'm a person who gets really angry really fast and takes it out on people, what's the plan next time? So I have a plan. You can't plan after you're in a rage. You need to plan before. So those are some of my suggestions. And take it for what rings true to you and let the rest go. So thank you for visiting with me today. And I hope to see you next Wednesday at the same time, same station. So on YouTube or Facebook, Wednesday mornings, it's 10:30 Pacific on YouTube and about 11 o'clock Pacific on Facebook. Thank you. Bye.